What's up everyone, Dr. Zleek here with Trainyard, a medium track in Trials Evolution, and so we'll go ahead and take a look at this using the Phoenix Evo 250cc, and we'll get started. So I'll let you guys know that there is a lot of better ways to do this track. Unfortunately, I cannot quite pull them all off, so I'm just going to show you how I got platinum medal, and as you may have just seen, I do have a time just outside of the top 1,000, so it's not terribly too shabby, I hope, in your opinion, unless you're Chicago AJ or something, in case I'm probably a pleb. Regardless, Trials reference there, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, we'll start off by leaning back on this first jump and not using a bunny hop. You just want to use enough gas to come up and over and land on this lowest section. Again, with a lot of these easier tracks, it is down to eliminating airtime is a big chunk of your savior there. So once you get down here, you just want to push forward on this thing and land on this downhill section of this little U-pipe shaped bent thing, and just lean back and use gas. Don't need a bunny hop. You'll land right on this little thing made out of sponge. Apparently it's green, so that's what sponges are, I guess. And so there's a few ways you can do this next part. Again, not really a bunny hop necessary. So there's two ways you can do this. You can go this little slower route, which is you just try to land right about here and then do a basic bunny hop, land on this section, and then do a nice big hop and clear that barrel. Otherwise, what you can do is pretty similar. Is you get up here, still do this, still the same. Except for right here, you try to just keep that front tire up and have enough momentum to basically skip that whole landing part and just go immediately to that second pipe thing. So let's see if I can manage this. So it's basically something like that, except for you actually land just a few feet further than that. I've pulled it off a few times, but I always mess up my time in other ways. So feel free to use that if you want to try. I'm not particularly good at it, so well, something like that basically. So either way, what you want to do is get down there still. You also may want, like, I should mention that as well. You may want to let go of gas quite a few parts of this just to avoid over jumping things. So let go of gas like right there. This little burst here, let it go again, and then just hit the brakes there for that. And so once you get down here, and once you get up and over this, you can, if you miss it, it's fine. Just bounce over while landing backwards. Just keep that back tire down. Use a little burst of gas, but not too much. You want to land somewhere on this downhill section of this train car, I guess it is, and just do a nice jump. Okay, and here's the next part, which there's multiple ways to do this. So one way is to land with your back tire around where that bar is sticking out, and you push forward somewhere on your way up. And what it basically does is it allows you to land somewhere up here, so it skips that whole, like, I-bar section, or whatever those things are called. I don't know construction, so don't look at me when you're trying to figure out what these things are. I just call them as I see them. Alright, so you down here, do the hop, lean back, forward at the pallet, get over that thing, we'll burst the gas, come down here, and it'd be something like this, where you just launch over. I can almost make it like that, but I'm not very good at it, so my time isn't superb. The other option is basically just take it slow, get on that second section of pipes, and then just take it on the next ramp there. See if I can nail that jump again. Nope, not quite. Alright, so the other option is you just do the same thing. You land, except for just a small burst of gas to get up here. Once you get up here, just push forward on that ramp, and then right here, viola, right there. So next is pretty much the same. No matter what, you just push forward once your back tire is getting from that wood onto this metal thing here, on top of that, like, red and blue thing, barrel, whatever you want to call it. And just get your front tire up and over this ledge, and you can just basically whip yourself over like that, and then just make sure to lean back immediately, get that back tire down. From here, you just want to lean back and full throttle it. You should hopefully land right on that, like, flatter section of that curved pipe. I don't know why we have so many curved pipes here, but basically where that shadow ends is where well, I guess the shadow might be moving, but just you want to land on this downhill section. That way you can just keep going at as much speed as possible. So from there, you just want full throttle, and hopefully you want to land on this ramp section. If you land on here, that's fine too, just to get a nice big hop. Either way, you'll probably land around here, maybe here. You really don't need that much speed to hit this next jump, just because it's not very big and you're above where you land, so that's fine. From this jump, get as much speed as possible, do a nice big bunny hop, and you want to land leaning forward, hopefully with the front wheel actually off the ground, just to get as much height as possible. Land here, and then you want to learn the timing to jump as this thing's coming up, because you can basically, if you time it right, just launch yourself over the finish line. So now that we've got the recorder, let's go ahead and check out the replay. Again, I apologize, not my best track, but hopefully you can use at least some of these tips to help you out better in your time. Always check out the highest replays for other shortcuts and stuff like that. Alright, so we'll start off by leaning back. It's getting very little air. We'll be skipping this jump here. Leaning back in this, you'll just see me with a burst of gas letting it go. Eliminate as much air as possible again. Again, a little air. It's a nice hop here. Making sure to land on this downhill section. Back tires catch a little bit, that's alright. So you see me just do a front flip here just for a little extra distance. And then it's getting down as soon as possible. And see, since I know I'm not trying to do that other first jump, I just try to get as much on this initial jump as possible to eliminate time getting up to the second level. Pushing forward immediately just to lose as much air time as possible. Pushing forward again. Getting that front tire up and over. Getting that back tire down. Do a little flip here, but that's alright. So you even see me land a little bit early, but that's okay. Just make sure to get enough air here. And see, like I said, this jump takes almost no speed or effort at all. That's why I wasn't too worried about landing too far up this ramp, because it is pretty easy just to fall down here. So landing with plenty of space. You'll see me just bunning up here and try to keep that front tire up. Still up. And then you'll see me land and I get that tire down as soon as possible, and then I basically immediately jump. And then you can see just I lean over my head to get over the finish line for that time. So nothing too difficult here. This is actually a very fun track to try to get a platinum on, so I recommend you just practice it and check it out. So as always, follow me on Twitter, and you can comment or tweet at me with video suggestions or help. And message me on Xbox Live if you guys want some help with the track, and I'll definitely help you guys out. Or if you just want to compare times with me, with leaderboards or whatever, it's all good. So just let me know, and I'll see you guys later. See you guys.